A visual deception. This idea probably ties into my article, Is Blue the Original Green? And is perhaps a follow-on from How It Looks from the Inside, as that was from an overall, bigger picture view and idea, of the entire expanse of space being a projection beyond where we are. This one is focusing on a more local deception, and I will use a few films, as noted in the other article, as reference of where it appears you can deceive people visually, which then helps to reinforce the mental belief that it's real. The Island. There was a holographic outside, which simulated an above-surface contained environment. There were a number of lies holding that place together, and with most delicate scenarios, once one gets revealed, it can cause a chain reaction. Resident Evil. In the first film, they showed the underground hive where the employees worked, with a fake view of a city and a blue sky as a picture on the outside of the windows, to stop the workers getting jittery, I suppose. But we all know what was really down there, and what they should have been jittery about. Ascension. An entire spaceship was deceived into thinking they were travelling through space, with a full view of the outside, and suffering from events and catastrophes within the contained environment. It was a weird series, to be honest, with many layers of psychological issues and behaviour that is allowed to develop within the ranks on the ship, preset roles that they were given and kept to it. But behind that, it turns out the project actually stole very bright children, tricked them, lied to them, so they could use them for an experiment to bring about an evolutionary advancement. Like I said, weird, but a good watch. Star Trek Insurrection. The holodeck. Used to great purpose in the film to relocate the people of a planet without them being aware of it, so they can steal the resources of the planet, which happen to keep you young and increase your lifespan by hundreds of years. Similar perhaps to what we feel like has happened to us, I guess, where we are told of brighter times and kingdoms, things were bigger, we had magic and could live rather long lives. And then it seems it was corrupted, and here we are. Many people have now worked out how screens are being used to heavily manipulate what we think we see and know, and have done for a while from media and television, showing you what they want you to see, creating the reality they want you to think exists so you start living as if it does, which can then help to create it. A disturbing loop we are part of. But newspapers and propaganda peddlers have always been there to try and get to you, and lay the foundations for a certain way of thought to take hold, and then keep you in that loop, being stoked and agitated when needed for cause and effect, and of course, to implement the social changes required by the few for the many. If people can start to see through the characters of illusion, then maybe they stand a chance at noticing the overall deception. We will see.